Hello and welcome back, it's Repulsive Raccoon, aka your favorite trash panda, and today we are playing Soulcery Deck of Shadows. This is an amazing action roguelike deck builder game, and I wanted to give it a try. We've played a little bit so far, but we are just going to start a fresh run just to show what this game is about. Okay, so we have our skills here. So we have our main deck, which we're not able to access right now as this is the tutorial phase. But you get these 3 different skills, and you can only use them a certain amount of times in a room. So that's just our first one. We can use it 16 more times. We have this little spin attack as well. And then we have a heat-seeking missile as well that'll hit the enemy a few times. And then when we press R, it'll charge up. And once we hit 100%, this is where the deck building aspect comes into play, because we are able to choose 3 of these things we want to use. So once we're out of kind of these options where we want to cycle through other stuff, we then do this. So we'll take a fireball. Let's take the swift strikes and let's take Stormblade. And then we get more options now. So that boomerang is going to be super good against clearing out enemies. There's also a unique mechanic where we have SP, and once we gain enough SP, we can, capture a monster, essentially, and then we get a card option from it. Let's take Flame Shot, and I think we are just going to kind of go in with the full fire build. So let's just move on, because it was just going to keep spawning in that enemy, and our deck has been reset. Let's just absorb this guy real fast. Okay, we got Wreath of Flame. The next 6 skills gain a 300% base, or 300 base damage. All right, let's take that. Let's get rid of Storm. We do have our heat-seeking missile. Yeah, I really like this game's just combat overall. The game just feels super fun. And I just like the enemy designs. Only got a few cards left, but we should be able to kill the enemy there. There we go. And then we just press R to get our shots back again. Let's go double flame shot and then flame. Let's re-roll just because none of these passes are really good for us. We're just going to skip because we're going for a full fire build. I believe that's money. And this is rest, where we can end up recovering our HP or upgrading a card. So let's upgrade. Let's upgrade this. Okay, we can go for 500 base or 9 attacks. Let's just go with the more base damage on that. And use it. And yeah, our fireball just hits like an absolute truck now. Though we only have a few uses of it. We'll take all of these. We'll get the homing missiles. I feel like the missiles are really good just because it can hit multiple enemies. Like, it kind of pierces through everything. None of these enemies are kind of grouped together, though, so our AoE is not super good. And there we go. And let's just cycle to new cards. Let's get an upgrade here. And depending on what enemy we capture, depends on which cards we get. So because we kind of kidnapped that poison dude, we end up getting poison options, where if we kidnapped another one, we would get flame options. Let's see. Let's go with Venom Shot. I would like it over kind of our heat-seeking one. Getting hit a few times, it's okay though. Enhance. Grants the... We got an epic fire damage. On direct kill, drop a blade or more skill use. Let's just go for the fire damage. You can only put it on flame shot right now, but hey, that's just 35% more damage. I don't remember what this one was. Okay, it looks like we just get a rune here. 50% crit damage. Let's put that on the poison shot. And I believe this room is an elite. Let's just cycle to new cards. None of these are fantastic options. And I believe these guys are going to be probably wind if we captured one. Like, that dude, he's purple. I'm pretty sure he's going to end up being, like, arcane. We still got a few skill uses left, but let's recycle now. We'll go double flame shot. The flame shot is just super good for ad clear, just because it sets everything on fire. Let's kidnap the snake. Don't want any frost. You kind of want to stick on theme with at least something, because if you choose too many different options, you're not going to be in the best scenario. Got some AoEs, we'll wait for those to go off. Let's cycle to new cards. We got Venom Shot. Put a ton of poison on you. And then kidnap you. Ignis Domain. Blazing Shards. Summon 4 flaming stones that launch after a short delay. I feel like the Swift Strikes is just super, super good. Having more like Rage, it's kind of just a buff that makes you, I believe, either attack faster or do more damage. Immune to burn, fire damage increased. Burn damage to enemies up 100%. Let's just go with fire damage increased. Rest, I forgot what this symbol was. Well, we're about to find out. Take 20 damage, duplicate a card in your deck, or 800 coin. Let's just do the 800 coins. Okay, we can't break that. For some reason, I thought I could. Always fall down the rabbit hole of like what's destructible and what's not destructible. We're gonna just refresh our deck. Unfortunately, we got so many of these. We're probably gonna want to replace those, as I don't feel like they're fantastic options. They're not bad though. We gotta then charge up. So if our deck isn't recharged by itself, you do have to take time to recharge it. We got our buff again, though. As you can see, when we have our buffs starting to stack, we end up doing a ton of damage. Got some flame bullets left. Charge our deck. Just take those 3. And let's kidnap you. Hopefully give you some flame options. There we go. Let's go for Ignis Domain. How much money do I have? I almost have 2,000. More fire damage. We'll put that just on our Swift Strike. I believe this one is max health. We'll just go for the heal from our fireplace. There you go, we're at max HP now. And I believe this is the shop. Yep, this is the shop. Hopefully we get something good. I go form the next skill triggers an additional 3 times. The Ignis's form gained 12 stacks of rage. We're definitely going to be taking that. The Echo form, honestly, it's not bad. It depends on what we have in our deck that we want to trigger 3 additional times. Like, we can trigger Ignis's form 3 times, that's huge. But getting this with Ignis form and then our attack option isn't super high. Let's reroll. Gain 10 additional fire damage. We'll take that. The firebomb. Gain a firebomb and gain a temporary skill to detonate it. Nope, we're gonna just save our money. And let's recycle. Let's see what we get. Alright, let's just take Venom Shot and everything else there. Oopsies, well, I accidentally used it. So hopefully the boss spawns in before I run out of it. Okay, this boss is gonna dash around a ton. Okay, let's just take our melee. Let's take our domain. Drop domain. And then just go all in for damage right now. We'll get hit a few times, but that's okay. While we have our domain active, we might as well use it. We got Swift Strikes. Oh, we got the domain again with this. Okay. Wait for the boss to dash. Oh, we are doing a ton of damage. Us kind of going through an immune phase right now. Let's deal with the ads. Alright, we took a bunch of damage there, but we dealt a lot more damage to the boss. Ow. Some poison. And then recharge our deck up. We got Ignis's form again, though we got a bunch of ads to deal with again. And there we go. I was able to just kind of DPS the boss down from a distance. And the cool thing is, oopsies, is you can absorb the boss for some powerful level ups, but we are going to skip these because we don't want any of them. Sometimes you can get a passive upgrade. Here we go. You get a legendary passive. Okay, all of these are poison. We don't want anything with poison. When you inflict burn, if the target is already burning, immediately deal. Yeah, we definitely want Flame Echo. I believe we're on to the next area. Okay, we got a full heal out of it. Oh, let's recharge. That way we actually get some different skills. But yeah, this, like, quick strike thing is definitely my favorite. Let's absorb the spider. That makes... Okay, so there's webs in this game. We don't want any of these, though, so I'll just pass on it. There you go. That's a poison enemy. I mean, so this is going to be a frost. I don't want either of these. I just want more flame. That flame bullet was traveling around the entire map to make sure it hit. Enemy burn damage ticks 40% faster. Yeah. That was pretty good to me. I believe that's one of those echoes. Let's go get some money. Flame shot. We'll just take all of these. Okay, it just gives us free money. We don't actually have to fight for it. Wasn't sure if those enemies were bombs or not. Kind of looked like it. Alright, we got Swift Strike. That's another poison enemy. Hopefully we get some more fire enemies. These guys have really far AoE range, so we probably want to just cycle to our range damage. Alright, let's absorb you. You're going to give me fire. Scatter shot. Shot count +2. Just go more Swift Strikes. And then you should give me fire as well, so we will absorb this snake as well. Come here. Another domain. I'll take it. Or replace our Venom Shot with it. Gain 5 stacks of rage for 6 seconds. Yeah, so our Ignis form is just going to give us way, way more rage. I mean, that sounds fine for me. Okay, so the moment we take it is when the equip kind of takes place. Put down all our buffs. But yeah, you can come up with some crazy, crazy combos. Okay, we got double domain, but we have a ton of kind of AoE things that we gotta deal with. Yeah, there's just so many ranged enemies right now that I'm not gonna just sit in my domains. Definitely more so if the enemies are melee. Come over here, Snake. There you go. Flame Hammer, Flame Shot. We'll take the Flame Shot. Okay, that's a bomb. Okay, we got an elite here. Oh, this guy's protecting him. And easy work. Kill 2 enemies within 5 seconds to gain 5 rage. I'll reroll this. Shop discount, 25%. Gain 1% damage per 50 coins up to 30%. Yeah, sure, that sounds pretty good. We could have gone for the upgrade card. I think it's fine. Fire damage. Let's just put this on our Swift Strike again. And it's probably a smart idea to kind of rotate between your cards in the other area. The only time it wouldn't be is for this, like, equip one. I mean, 3,000 damage is insane. That's a bomb. Oh, it's not a bomb. We gotta charge our deck up. We'll take double flame shot. Kind of just send these down. I like taking the projectiles just because you're able to just kind of send them down range, snipe off a few enemies, and then worry about the other ones. Alright, double domain and flame shot. And there we go. More fire damage, more size. Let's just go for more fire damage. Let's put that on this Swift Strike. We're not going to rest. It'd probably be in our best interest to rest. Let's gain more money. Here's our shop anyway, so we can probably find a heal. There's heal. As a reroll, and I mean, I guess I'll just get the dash charges. But other than that, we didn't get anything. Go for you, you, and you. I think this is going to be the boss. Yep, sure is. Okay, it does a lot of dashing and it has a lot of AoE. Let's just recycle. We'll recharge our deck. We got Swift Strikes and double Flame Shot. Okay, good. We were able to dash out of that. Alright, the ceiling's falling down. Super huge AoEs. I think the game plan is just to take as much of our flame strikes as possible, though. And we should be able to defeat this boss pretty easily. And this boss is going to be almost dead as well. We're just going to charge back up. And yeah, the Wreath of Flame plus Flame Shot is such an insane combo. But we're just burning through everything right now. Let's absorb the boss. Dance of Flame. Slash with Flames, the third hit is empowered and applies burn. It's also legendary. We'll take it. Let's get rid of our Whirlwind Slash. Gain 3 stacks of Rage for 5 seconds on enemy kill. Kill 2 enemies to gain Rage. Okay, our flame shot. So we get bonus projectiles with that. That's actually insane. All right, let's see what's up next. Are missing some HP, so probably no. Well, we get the and that is all the demo has to currently offer us. A pretty short demo, but this game definitely is pretty fun. I definitely want to see how much further this game can go, because I mean, we definitely weren't even maxed out. Yes, most of our stuff didn't even have runes. It does look like they have some meta progression things, but I'll leave that for you guys to discover. And we might do another run later on with like poison, because it looks like there's kind of a poison themed build. There's a wind themed build and like a web themed build. So just to kind of see what the different ones are. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shorter video today, just because this demo is pretty short. But this is the Soulcery demo. It is currently available on Steam due to Steam's Next Fest. If you want to give it a try, if you've made it this far in the video, hit that like and subscribe button, as it's greatly appreciated. And until next time, take care.